Wow. I didn't expect to be late here, but even the impeccable Brent Weinbach is late sometimes. Wow. I am, me. I mean, I'm usually here always on time. Um, but I here's what happened. I thought to myself, I need some sort of spot. I need to take a spot, some kind of 5 spot or 10 spot even. I thought I was going to just take a 10 spot. And I guess I conked out for a little bit longer than I thought I would. And I didn't have anybody there to spot me. Because when I take a 5 spot or 10 spot, I usually get, there's usually a spotter around. Anyway, there was no spotter, so I got up and it was right. I woke up and I thought, wait a second, oops. I thought, oh, oops, maybe. Hopefully, I wasn't asleep for too long. And I look at the time and I said, oh, damn. It was, I think, probably 5:59. We're on the dot. So, I kind of plugged myself in and got ready. And then I had a couple words with Chicken Jessica. And I said, all right, I guess I better get to it. But yeah. And then I was about to hit the button to go live. And then I realized that I needed to give myself a sort of a cheek massage. You know what I mean by cheek massage, don't you? I felt like, oh, my cheeks were kind of tight a little bit. I needed to get sort of I needed to knead my cheeks. So this is all happening in just a matter of minutes. I kind of yelled down the street and I said, hey, does anybody want to give me a cheek massage real quick? I need somebody to knead my cheeks. And somebody walking by said, did somebody say knead cheeks? Yeah, okay, yeah, I'll do it. He was probably a middle-aged guy, he had a mustache. He was wearing he's wearing a hood. He had sunglasses and kind of looked like a Jerry curl or something like that. And he was all zipped up, and I don't know, this all happened very quickly, so it's hard to, recall all the details, but he, I kind of sort of, whatever, I kind of, I basically, he said, all right, get up against the wall. I said, all right, yes, sir. I said, I put my hands up and he kind of just started, massaging, kneading the cheeks, and as he was doing that, I said, you know who you remind me of? And he said, who? Sade. And he said, yeah, I get that all the time. No, he didn't say that. He said, who? I said, no, that's not what I said. I said, you remind me of? You remind me of the Unabomber. He said, yeah, I do get that all the time. I said, what's up with that? He goes, well, I don't know. I just definitely don't agree with, anything that he did. But I did think I liked his style. I like that hooded glasses look, sunglasses look. I said, oh, okay, I guess I see what you mean. He said, just because, I like it when I got a Jerry curl coming through my hood a little bit. He said, okay. I said, I see what you mean by that. One time I was following a man who was following all these women at Disneyland, the parade. The parade at Disneyland? They have a parade at night. Yeah, and there was these women at the end, cheerleaders or something like that. They're all dressed up. It's basically their cheerleader versions of the different characters. Like Captain Hook, he's a cheerleader style. They got Smee from Peter Pan. He's dressed as a cheerleader, and they've got They got some of the trees and flowers from Trees and Flowers dressed up like cheerleaders. And so, they're kind of doing their thing in Disneyland Parade. They got Ursula dressed as a cheerleader, right? From The Little Mermaid. And they got Fred McMurray from Flubber. He's doing the whole cheerleader thing. Fred McMurray from Flubber. And so he follows all these cheerleaders the whole way through. He follows them through the whole park. He's just kind of checking them out and stuff, and he's kind of making noises like this. He's kind of like the guy in Pulp Fiction. He's kind of going like that. When Marcellus and Zed are kind of doing their thing, and there's a guy watching, and the guy watching is kind of like this guy, but he was dressed in a way that I kind of thought looked pretty cool, and so I started emulating it myself. And I said, oh, yeah, I get what it is. I mean, you don't relate to the stuff this guy does. I don't relate to him following Fred McMurray around in a cheerleader outfit. But he did look kind of cool. His outfit looked cool or whatever. So I said, anyway, I conveyed this to the man kneading my cheeks. And he said, okay, so you understand. And I said, yep. And I feel all loose. I feel ready to go. I'm ready to start my little show here. He said, you know what? I'll tune in. So hopefully he's watching right now. Thanks for kneading my cheeks. And now, do you want to get in here? And just in time.
All right.
Anyway, yeah, I was just telling people about my pre-show business.
Mm-hmm. Sounds brown.
Hey, I have a question, Laura. You ever seen the movie The Absent-Minded Professor?
No.
Huh?
No.
Is the Absent-Minded Professor have Flubber in it?
I don't know. I haven't seen it.
You know Flubber?
I forgot. Who's that again?
Well, I don't know. I mean, people are talking about. I mean, I guess that Flubber, right?
Who's that again?
Well, it was a Disney movie, right? With Fred McMurray. He was a scientist, and he made this bouncy stuff called Flubber. They eventually used that stuff for the schoolyard PE class. Balls and stuff. Handballs are made out of Flubber. But it kind of started. Well, basically balls that you play with in PE class and recess and stuff, and after school. You ever do the after school program? Well, they had Flubber. Anyway, it all kind of stemmed from this movie. I think it was The Absent-Minded Professor, starring Fred McMurray.
Okay.
Am I right about any of that?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Flubber Fund. Anyway, Unfastened knows what I'm talking about. Fred McMurray. He started Flubber in The Absent-Minded Professor. And then they remade Flubber, for the schoolyard.
Okay.
With Robbie Williams, from England. Millennial or whatever it's called. All right. Anyway, Laura. Anyway, what's the scoop?
My computer's getting worse and worse.
Oh, really? It's getting worse and worse?
I just got to notice that I now cannot use Google Chrome on my computer. I mean, not Chrome, but I can't use my Google Drive, so I'm even more screwed. But I'm halfway to getting unscrewed.
How so?
Well, I did my backup yesterday, actually a while ago. But I feel that I need to do more than just that backup. You know about it? You know about all kinds of...
So you still can't use a microphone yet?
Correct. But I might be halfway there.
But you're half-assing it still.
I'm half-assed there.
I'm half-assed there. I'm half-assing monkeys.
I'm half-assed there.
Half-assing monkeys.
I mean, yeah, I just backed up my computer, but I feel that I don't trust that was enough. I feel like...
Wait, you want to back up your computer before you do an update?
Absolutely.
I see.
I have to, because I'm going to do a whole...
You have to HALF.
I have to. HALF too. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like you got to do more than just back it up once. You know,
Well,
you got to
you got to be bad.
twice.
You got to be bold. You got to stay together.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm getting there. Maybe next week we'll be there.
Really?
Who knows?
I'm rooting for you, Laura. I'm rooting.
It's like I could just get a new computer, I guess, but I would still have the same problem, kind of.
Really? Why?
Of like having to back my shit up.
Why?
Because you got to do that.
What? Oh, you do?
Yeah, you got to do all kinds of like, switcheroos and whatnot.
So your computer is what, 12, 13 years old?
It's old as a dick.
Well, I wish you the best, Laura. I wish you the best.
Thank you.
So should we start this dang thing or what?
Yeah. I just want to say, if I got a new computer, though, I would be maybe more screwed because I wouldn't be able to update my hard drive. That's the problem with new computers. Can't do it.
You can't update your hard drives?
I don't think so. You can't expand your hard drive.
But you wouldn't be
This is the last year that you could do that, I think.
No, but Laura, you wouldn't be
on Apples.
No. You wouldn't be screwed for 10 years though.
Yeah, but 10 years goes by and then what do you do?
Yeah, 10 years goes by, and actually even after 10 years you probably can go another 2-3 years. And then
Not
you can
necessarily.
Yes, you can. Look, I've been using this computer for 10 years.
No, I don't got a Windows type shit.
No, this is not Windows. You think I would do Windows?
No, Dr. Chicken.
Dr. Chicken.
That's if I had some Windows type shit. I do not use motherfucking Windows type shit. I use an old school Catalina type shit or whatever this is. MacBook 2012.
Laura.
Wait, what is it?
It's a 12, right?
Catalina Mac OS.
So that's lasted you 13 years, and therefore, if you get a new computer, it can last you 13 years.
No, but I can update this hard drive, and it can last a lot longer.
I don't know, Laura. It just sounds like you're trying to, put a new engine in on a jalopy or something. You know what I mean? It's like you're trying to.
That's true.
It's like you're kind of trying to put a new.
I'm trying to elongate my 1996 Toyota Camry over
It just sounds like you're trying to put power windows into a Pinto.
It's not a Pinto.
Or whatever.
It's definitely better than a Pinto.
Okay, well, it looks like you're trying to put.
It's like on par with a
sounds like you're trying to put
Camry LE 2009 model.
Sounds like you're trying to put nitro boosters on a 1989 Ford Fiesta.
Ford Fiesta. Those are like the worst cars ever. I think those could be worse than a Pinto. I don't know.
A Pinto? You call it a Pinto?
Well, what do you call it? Pinto? Pinto.
I don't know. I mean,
truth be told, I don't actually even know what a Pinto looks like. I've always wondered.
I don't know what it looks like. It just sounded kind of. It was a classic car. It just sounds like it's maybe kind of.
Well, it's the classic bad car, apparently.
It just sounded like. I don't know. I guess the way it sounds, Pinto, it just makes it sound like it has a lot of dents in it, and it's kind of just this kind of tinny piece of junk or something like that.
Well, it sounds like it's gonna look like a bean of some kind. It's like the bean of cars.
Yes, it's the bean of cars. It's the bean of all cars.
Do you really want to be driving a bean?
It's funny because to me, the bean of all cars is either the Ford Fiesta or the Ford Festiva. You know what I mean? Just some little tiny little bean that you drive around.
Some little bean, little car. That's
actually, you know what a bean is for a car? Or those little cars that they ride around in the Little Rascals and stuff. You know, those Little Rascals kind of cars.
No, those are like box cars.
Yeah, I know. Those are little.
A bean of a car is actually like a Fiat.
Yeah, that's a bit of a bean.
Those are a bit of a bean.
I think little tiny cars are, smart cars. You know, smart cars.
Right, those are a bit.
Those are beans.
I will say this: I had to get my car fixed recently, or not fixed, but it's under warranty still. So they were doing something to replace something on it that was getting covered, but they gave me a loaner car, and it was like a brand new car.
Oh yeah.
And I mean, there were things in it that I didn't love, But it was nice to be in a brand new car, you know. But like, it had all computer, everything, no buttons, no knobs, none of it.
I need buttons.
Yeah, it's weird. You definitely have to get used to not having a knob.
I need knobs and I need buttons because
I agree.
I can't do it actually kind of pains me to use the screens, you know?
Right,
To touch a screen.
I got kind of used to it in a way. Like, I mean, there were some features on that new car that were nice. Like, one thing I do like is the trunk. You just push the button, it opens. You don't have to pull it open. You don't know what that's like because your car is a lot smaller. But like a bigger car, it's heavy, you know.
I have a button that does that on my car, and it's
I
a
know
button,
I don't have a button.
and it's a real button, by the way.
No, okay.
My
but then,
car, which is from 2017, you press the. First of all, I might have the last car that has buttons and knobs, by the way. And I picked this
Right.
car because I said, you know what, I can't not have these buttons and knobs, and it's the last car of its kind. Okay, and I got the buttons, I got the knobs. There is a screen on there, but you don't touch it though. It's not a touch screen. It's just a view screen.
Oh, by the way, the button for the trunk is not to open it; it's to close it, which is a nice feature. You
I
just push
see.
the button, it just closes, which I like that.
Okay, well, I don't. That's okay. Whatever.
No, I
on
know you
that.
don't need that, but like, so and this, it had these other features too that were kind of crazy. Like, you could put it in this mode where it basically self drives.
You mean cruise control?
Not, it is a type of cruise control.
Because
But
by the way, cruise control was on my
no, it's
my
not.
'94 Ford Escort.
That's
You know,
just an automated like speed limit. But no, this car actually turned on its own. Like, you could let go of the wheel and it will handle it.
What?
It was kind of crazy. Yeah.
It
But
turned.
yeah, it would turn and do things like, and it would maintain a certain distance from the cars in front of you and things like that.
When there's a new car turns, it turns. I don't know.
But
All
anyway,
of these new cars turn.
I thought I really didn't like a lot of those things. I mean, I didn't know that part of it was.
Did
kinda
it
cool.
have anything that would knead your butt cheeks?
Kind of, you know, it was all black on the inside. I didn't like how dark it was. I realized that dirt shows up a lot more on a darker inside.
They say that
anyway.
about a darker outside too.
Yeah, well, my car is it's a lighter on the inside, and it seems like it's not as dirty. If I don't know. Anyway, point being, I got my car back, and I was like, can't wait to get back to my knobs and buttons, as you would probably feel the same.
Yeah.
But I have to say, getting my car back, and mine's a 2019. It feels older. It feels not as good in a certain kind of way, but I like it still. You know, it's just weird how even that new, for me, that's a pretty new car. It does. You do feel the difference, you know.
I don't know, man. I see these cars and I see the screens. Sometimes I go into a friend's car and they just have only a screen.
I know this one had only a screen,
and I think to myself, what a wonderful world my car is for having the buttons and the knobs.
It's just weird because it's like all of a sudden the buttons and the knobs in my car felt more of sort of like lightweight and cheaper or something like that than
I don't know.
Hardware in a new car.
I know the screen is not meant to seem, it's more expensive probably, but the screen
probably,
to me seems cheap because first of all, when there's a screen, I push it like this. I start pushing too hard because I feel like I need a click or something that, you know what I mean? I need a click or something to feel like I'm actually doing a thing. Like I feel like I don't like this, you know. I hate screens.
It's the CG version of what was once analog.
Yeah, you know, it's basically like a Pixar version of a car. It's like Pixar's cars. It's like
Pixar's
cars. It's Pixar's cars.
It's true.
And really, I want to get back to that chitty chitty bang bang.
But you know, I bet you if you drove a really old car,
I'm trying to get to that Herbie loaded.
Fancy.
What?
Like a truly old car, the hardware would actually seem very good, you know, and heavy and kind of real.
Definitely, you know.
Shit just gets cheap as it goes.
I know
on.
everything is just cheap as you go on in the world, you know. It's just everything is cheap. That's what sucks about everything. It's just get cheaper and cheaper.
It does kind of.
Movies are cheap now. Everything's cheap.
I know, man.
Look at this show. This show is cheap. This show is cheap. I mean.
Oh man. Yeah, I watched a movie. What was it? It was cheap.
It's funny because we're talking about everything's cheap, and meanwhile your fan is running, and it's all.
Oh, you hear the fan?
Everything is all kind of.
Right. Well, like my
we're doing this
computer's-
show. We're doing this show on internet, basically.
I'm being cheap by not wanting to get a new computer and just put it in a hard
This
drive.
show is cheap, though. I mean, I'm just wondering
Oh,
how
yeah.
could we make this show more high budget? Well, if we had special studios and it just seemed like we were
If we were
almost
like in a studio,
if we were in a studio, that would be.
but that wouldn't be as cool in a way.
Well,
right?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
I don't know. Like, I feel that there's a kind of hanging out in the living room type of feel to the show for the people, maybe. Right, guys?
Well, I guess, yeah. Well, I guess, yeah.
We're basically on a
Well,
video call.
You mean it would seem a little bit too?
It's like trying too hard.
Too
It's
produced.
like when Wayne's World had,
Too produced. Yeah,
butt
it's
cheek people come into the show.
right. It'd be too produced, I guess.
Yeah, it would be like trying too hard or something. Maybe.
Yeah.
But maybe not. I don't
Well-
know. I guess when you did Poundcast is
Half and half.
uh,
I mean, it was kind of both. Yeah.
yeah. And that kind of works. And I mean, well, it's interesting, yeah. Well, because, I won't even talk about it, but anyway. Okay.
All right. So I guess should we start the show?
Yeah.
You know what? Let's start the show on that note that someone thinks I'm cute. Start the show.
Okay.
All right, you madcap gal.
Welcome to
What?
the Chicken Coop. My name is Brent Weinbach,
My name is Laura Weinbach.
and this is the live chat show that we do every Monday at 6 p.m. Pacific time. And wow, the fan is going off hard right now, I feel.
Damn, really?
Yeah, and
Oh, I can hear it.
it's live, and we have live stuff. And what was that from? The intro was a little different tonight. What was that?
Wait, I think that was from Frenz. Maybe.
Oh, okay, got it. Okay.
Guessing.
That's okay. We'll get into that then in a little bit. Yeah, he's nodding. Anyway, anyway, we do this and we have a different topic every week. And I think we could get into that topic, I guess, right now, unless there's any. Oh, there is
unless I gotta come in and say something about Super
Okay, this is Chicken Jessica. This is our producer, Chicken Jessica.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Hi.
Laura. Good.
Oh, good.
So
Wait,
Super
hold on a
Chat-
second. Who said I don't like my hair?
What?
What you talking about? Lulula saying Brent didn't like his hair. I never said that. Oh,
love
somebody else's hair. Somebody else's hair, I guess. Maybe somebody else's hair. I don't know. Whose hair is spiky? All right. Anyway, carry
This
on.
right here. This is a Super Chat.
Oh yeah, what is that?
It's a way to tip the show. Just dip a little tip. And these tips might add up, and they might back up Laura's computer or something like that.
I mean, it feels like the fan just amped up hardcore 10 times or something.
These Super Chats are
It's excited for the
Heavy
super
duty.
chat.
Yeah, I guess the
Yeah.
super chat is excited about that. Maybe it's excited about the chicken.
Hey, I'm just delivering good news. The good news of the Super Chat.
Okay, well
I'm
that's
gonna
pretty
play
cool.
a little. I'm gonna play a little video.
Oh,
and
video!
I'm
Wow,
gonna-
oh, that's
and I'm
exciting.
gonna definitely unmute.
Oh,
my mic.
multimedia! I can't wait.
Yeah. Let's see what happens. Okay. You click on that $sign, and you can pick a super sticker if you want, or pick a super chat and slide that bean of a car all the way up to 100, and type your message. Hit buy and send, and that's how you do a super chat.
Let me ask you something. What kind of noises did you make for that music? I mean, were they chicken noises, maybe?
Yeah, some chicken scratches and bagaws and
Is that true?
yeah.
Because I'm hearing noises in there in the music, and I feel like maybe possible chicken sounds almost inspired by the music of Blue Jean Tyranny.
Blue
I
Jean.
I
Love a
love
Blue
the
Jean.
tyranny.
sounded like something kind of almost in the vein of the song of the street of the singing chicken. You know?
Love me some Ranny,
What flavor is that?
aka Tyranny. Cranberry clementine,
Oh,
as inspired by the Blue Jean himself. The Ranny selection.
we're all just influenced by Blue Jean Tyranny.
The Rani.
Jean
Yeah.
We're all influenced by the Rani.
By the Ran Man himself.
The Ran Man himself, by the
Let's
Ran
bring that-
Man himself, making
We
copies.
gotta get Randy over here. Can we get him?
Hey, yeah, let's get Ran Man on here.
No, I'm so serious. So.
Oh, really? You want to get Ran Man?
Yeah. Can we?
You know what? He passed away, I think.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah.
That's so crazy. Really? How do you know?
I think it was in the news.
In
I
the
think
news?
Yeah, I think in
What?
I think Entertainment Tonight said
No, it
covered
did
it. They said, I
not.
think Access Hollywood. I think they said, bad news. Blue Jean Tyranny is no longer with us. You know, Blue Jean Tyranny. Composer and pianist. Known for doing composing the score to the short Ken Beckman film, The Song of the Street of the Singing Chicken, and and other hits. Yeah, I think it was kind of all over. I think they did a whole thing on him on 2020 or something like that.
Did he actually pass away?
He did pass away in 2020. Yeah,
But how do you know?
because somebody, I don't know. I look, I'm aware of these things.
Damn, that's really a bust.
Why, you would like to meet Blue Jean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, man, the information we could have gotten from him.
His real name was Robert Sheff, actually. I guess Jean Tierney was his.
Oh,
Was
Jean
the stage name.
Tierney.
Well, his name was Gene. His stage name was Gene Tierney. I thought it was his real name. His nickname was Blue, but I thought his nickname was Blue because of the name Gene. But I guess his real name was Robert Sheff. I guess.
Oh, Robert is like Bob, and then Bob is like Blue, and then.
What do you
I
mean
don't know
Bob is
that.
like Blue? Yeah, no, chef, because a chef.
Because of
is
Chef
kind-
Jeff.
Well, a chef is kind of the head of a kitchen, and almost can be tyrannical in a way. You know what I mean? So it's sort of like the chef is the king of a kitchen.
Wait, was it really Blue Jean Tierney or was it Tierney?
It was Tyranny.
Oh.
And Gene was spelled Gene, but then there was kind of a play on words when
Tierney.
it was Blue Jean Tyranny.
Huh. That's some shit right there.
Well, the
I
tribute-
mean, that's like some Chicken Coop type stuff.
What do you mean?
Well, he's just making connections.
Well, okay, so let's understand it. Chef is the last name. That can mean tyranny. in a
Cordon
way.
Bleu.
Well, there's that, yeah. And then Robert. I mean, his name was Robert Nathan Chef, so I'm thinking Robert. Let's see, Bobby Blue.
Bobby Blue. Yeah.
Yeah, Bob. You know Bobby Blue, right? It's the boy in blue, Bobby Blue, and so it's like
That
he
makes
wears
sense.
blue jeans. Yeah, it makes sense. It checks out.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, thanks, Chicken Jessica. Appreciate the update and stuff, and thanks for explaining all that.
Oh yeah, no. I did want to ask. Do you have an answer for this?
Let's see. Question for Brent. Ever see Dennis Leary's Lock and Loaded Special 99? If so, you know what? I can't remember.
I might have seen it too, but I can't remember.
Right. I might
You
have
sing
seen
the
it.
asshole song. That's why I assumed he ends every show.
Right. All I know is, I mean, that music video was popular as heck at a certain point. Supposedly he kind of took that from Louis C.K. or something like that.
I heard that. Yeah. Anyway,
And not the whole song, but the idea of a guy who just, I mean, it probably was a loose concept in a way. I don't know. Who knows? But
took the idea of being an asshole.
or something like that. It was just the idea of something.
Yeah.
But, okay. Yeah. I mean, you ever see Judgment Night?
I don't think so.
Wait. Talk again.
Huh?
Who, me?
Yeah. Chicken.
Everything sounds like it's underwater.
Yeah. I think Laura's band threw out at this point, I think.
You think that's what it is?
Oh, the fan's taken over.
Oh, no. Now you're not drowning anymore. All right. Anyway, you guys should check out Judgment Night starring Emilio Estevez and Dennis Leary plays the villain in it, and it's good. I remember it being a good movie. That I remember. Okay.
Oh, I will do so.
I mean, whatever. You know what I mean? It's about these guys who are having a boys' night, and then their RV or whatever they're in, it breaks down in some kind of bad neighborhood, and the sort of chef of that neighborhood is none other than Dennis Leary.
Hmm.
So you might want to check that out. Gemma says Laura's fan is a manifestation of the horse.
Could be.
So let's talk about today's topic. What do you say, Ace?
Yeah. Let's do it.
How do we make your fan less, I wonder?
Well, I just raised the computer with this block thing. Hopefully that will help. I don't know.
Oh.
Get some airflow.
Oh, get some airflow. Okay.
Maybe. I don't know. If I let my computer charge a little longer, I can unplug it, and that might help too.
Oh, I see. Well, listen, here's what's going to go. This is what's going to happen. Okay. So our topic for this episode is, I guess, about Friends. You know, Friends. I guess it's. I guess related to the show Friends or to the concept of friendship. I can't remember now. Actually, can you chime in on that real quick, Chicken Jessica?
I think if we play the intro, it'll explain itself.
No, I know. Even with the intro, I wasn't sure. I know what the intro is and everything, but I just it's related to the show Friends, or is it? It is. Okay, got it. I remember. Okay, so related to the show Friends, but we can talk about friendship also because I love friendship.
Oh,
friendship. What?
Sorry, Bryce is like, what about the cancel background noises thing? Isn't that an option on there? No, that's also gone from my computer. Firefox does not support that feature.
Firefox does not support that feature.
Yeah, it's really just, this is what you call a bust of a computer at the moment.
You can't use Safari or something?
Safari's even worse than Firefox.
Oh.
That doesn't do anything. You can't do anything on Safari.
Well, it's weird. Sometimes it's
bad.
less and sometimes it's more. You know, sometimes it gets amplified.
I just unplugged the computer.
Oh, UMTV unplugged?
So let's just see what happens.
Oh, UMTV unplugged.
I did.
I did. Okay, listen. So here's what's going on. I guess it's related to the show Friends. And so we're titling this episode Swimming Lessons with Courtney's Cox.
I'm just a friend, I'm just a friend, I'm just a friend. And I'm swimming. I'm swimming for my rights, and I'm swimming for my bites.
So, yeah, Friends, Laura. Did you ever watch Friends?
Not really. I've seen an episode here and there.
Yeah, well,
it just wasn't really my thing. I was too, I think, either old or young for it.
I think you were too old for it, I think. But
I don't
well, for me, I was I know about that. I'm fasting. But by the way, this is what happened with me and Friends. No disrespect to the movie Friends or Friendship. I mean, no disrespect to the TV show Friends. I haven't seen Friendship. I want to though, actually. But no disrespect to the TV show Friends. But I did not. When it came out, I said, "Yeah, okay, a new TV show," and I think that the lead into it was Seinfeld. I think they had Seinfeld, and then they said, we got the." No, it's not a spinoff. Oh. I'm saying it went before. Seinfeld went on, and then after that, they were premiering this new show called Friends.
It was the TGIF of Seinfeld.
Something like that. It was some sort of, or it was maybe Frasier. There was some show that the lead-in was a show that I did like, and I said, "Oh, they got this new show coming out called Friends. All right, I'll take a peek. I'll watch it." I watched that first episode, and I just, no disrespect to Slipknot or anyone else that might be, into such a thing, but the show did not resonate with me at the time. I think I was too old for it. Mm-hmm. And it didn't resonate with me, and I never watched Friends ever again. Mm-hmm. But I value friendship in general.
Mm-hmm. Wait, does Frasier also take place in New York?
Seattle.
Shit. I'm never watching that again.
What? What?
I said I'm never watching it again.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Now, Frasier's one of the greatest shows of all time. I mean, I'm sorry, but it just is. You know,
Frazier.
Frasier. As I call it, Frasier. So, did you didn't like Friends then? Huh? It didn't work with you.
I'm not saying I didn't like it. I
You just didn't
watch
jive
it.
with. You just didn't jive with it.
It seems like it's a little bit for like jocks and stuff.
Yeah, there was something
It's kind of a
very.
jock show.
There was something very sort of young,
Not young.
upwardly,
Well-
mobile, professional about it. You know what I mean?
It seems kind of fratty.
You know what it was?
It's for frat people.
The thing about
offense,
Friends was that it felt like a non-musical version of Rent. You know what I mean? It
I've
felt
also
like.
not seen Rent, but I don't know if I'm gonna see it or not.
Well, it's just.
Probably not.
I don't know.
No
I mean,
offense to Slipknot.
I'll just say this: the music to Rent, a lot of it sort of sounds like Friends.
Really? Oh God. Oh yeah. What's the main song from Rent?
Well,
Or is
I
it
mean,
like
well, no, that song I like actually, the main song.
what? Oh, you do.
575,600.
Oh, that's
minutes.
from Rent.
Yeah,
No kidding.
you don't know that?
I didn't know that was from Rent. I thought that was
500, 100,000.
525,600 minutes. That's all.
575,600 minutes.
Hold up. That song's been around since my early days.
No, that's been around probably when you were older.
No, I think that I
Well, no.
heard
Here's the
that
thing.
song and
No, Rent came
Wow.
out around 95 is the thing.
okay.
And
Huh. Whoa, wow,
and,
really?
and honestly, I think that's around the time that Friends came out, you know?
Wow.
675,800 minutes.
I thought that was from like when I was in a different school than that time.
No, you might have
Earlier
been.
school.
Oh, really? No, I think.
Well,
Now, you
I
you
don't
might.
know.
Oh no, maybe I don't know, man. I'm not trying to put. I'm not
Anyway,
trying to-
point being, I think Friends is just it's more of a frat scene, you know what I mean? And it's
Well,
kind of-
yeah.
that's
Yeah,
cool.
it's about some young.
I've never been in a frat or a sorority.
No, I mean it's
It's
definitely.
just not like that's not that is what it is.
I think Friends was basically kind of trying to take a kind of a humorous. It was trying to bring forth a humorous take on the
On the
struggle
frat.
of the struggle of the sort of
The struggle of the
the
frat.
struggle of the frat trying to make it in the big city. You know.
It was trying to bring a humorous light into the struggle of the frat.
I will say this: Schwimmer
Mm-hmm.
was in a movie that a section of well, no, he's in a movie called 20 Bucks, and there's a section of that movie that he's not in that's just Steve Buscemi and Christopher Lloyd, and I love this part of the movie. I mean, the movie is a kind of different stories in one. It's about a $20 bill that kind of it follows a $20 bill that kind of goes around, and the section of the movie that is Christopher Lloyd and Steve Buscemi, just that's a really good part of the movie. I mean, that's a good movie, just that section of it, you know. But Schwimmer's in another section of the movie.
Mm-hmm. I'll tell you this much. I mean, I could watch an episode of Friends and be fine with it.
I'll try it again, I guess.
Like, I mean, I've watched a couple episodes and just been, sort of.
Well, get this. You know that
pizza talking it.
our brothers, they like it. They watch it and they like it.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they watch
probably
it.
were in frats too and didn't tell us.
Maybe one of them was in a frat, the other one was in a sorority.
I'll tell you this much. One of them was probably in Rent.
Maybe he probably didn't tell us. No,
He probably didn't tell us.
he probably did an off-campus production of.
He probably had to do Rent as a sort of initiatory thing.
He probably had to do it as an extracurricular activity to sort of get into a.
But the true secret is that he liked it. Oh.
He probably was forced into being in Rent.
Yeah, and he was
Sort of
like,
off-
no,
off
don't
Broadway."
make me do it. I love this.
Yeah, but the real secret, he liked it. Oh!
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Oh! Oh my god.
I can't.
Max, He said we've seen every episode, but it doesn't mean we like it. Oh,
There you go.
God.
See, yeah, I
Yeah,
told you.
it means you love it.
It means that you were in Rent
It
and you
means
liked
that you
it.
are it.
It means you were in Rent and you liked it. Oh, you're unbelievable. Now, am I right
shit.
about that? I heard some rumor that the song "Unbelievable" uses a soundbite of Andrew Dice Clay going, "Oh."
No
And
way.
it's a sample of him saying, "Oh, you're
I
unbelievable."
heard that too. Yeah.
That
think
it's
it's true.
actually it's a
Really?
sample of Andrew Dice Clay saying, "Oh," and they made the song based on that.
That'd be
Because
funny.
it was about him. He's so unbelievable. The things he
Right.
was saying.
Well, because he was selling so many tickets, you know, it's like, wow, how can anybody? This is how does somebody do that, you know?
With nursery rhymes? Come on.
Now, apparently, well, I don't want to, not to. I heard a rumor that the nursery rhyme stuff was taken from this other act in New York who he did a puppet, and the puppet was a dirty puppet, you know. It had been in somebody's buttocks or something like that. It got somebody used it as butt floss or whatever, and it's called Otto and George or something like that. I don't know, man. I'm just hearing about rumors and stuff, you know. But when I heard that, I thought to myself, "Oh,
I thought to myself, ow,
oh yeah." Now,
Oh my God.
Speaking of TV shows and Sam Kinison, that makes me think of Married with Children, because you know he was on that episode where they did "It's a Wonderful Life." They kind of did their kind of humorous take on their humorous take on "It's a Wonderful Life," and Sam Kinison plays the guy who takes him around, right? Takes Al Bundy around, and Sam Kinison. Oh no!
So
now,
funny.
Married with Children, I watched that show.
I watched it too, but that doesn't mean I liked it.
No, that
I
show.
loved it. Ow!
Do you like Sam Kinison?
Kind of not. No, I love him. I do.
Unfastened says someone's got to combine Andrew Dice Clay's "Oh" with Jory Lawrence's "Whoa."
Whoa! I guess that's what it would sound like.
Hickory dickory dock. Whoa. So anyway, hey, maybe I should start a musical called Brent. You know?
Yeah.
What would be my main song?
It should be da 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 da. Brent! I don't know.
Well, anyway, look, maybe I think we're going to be watching some commercials with some of these actors from Friends, and maybe this might inspire me to want to get into Friends, you know, and give Friends another chance here, you know. Maybe it might resonate with me more, you know. And you know what, truth be told, you know, I've heard from our brothers that in the later episodes the show gets really silly and stuff, and maybe I would, you know, get really into it or something like that. Like I heard it becomes basically like Benny Hill, you know. They're kind of chasing around people in their underwear and stuff, and there's, you know, kind of horn music playing and stuff. There's horny music playing and all that.
Huh.
Say what you want, but Kinison ruined the beret.
Ow!
Wait, do you like Sam Kinison, Laura?
Yeah, sure. I mean, it's pretty funny.
That's
funny
a lie.
gag.
That's a
It's
damn
pretty
lie.
Funny gag.
That's a damn lie right there, by the way.
Well, maybe it's not.
That's a damn lie. They don't even know. They weren't even.
I will say this about you, Brian. You forget about some stuff that has happened.
I've only seen Friends once, and it was when it first premiered. It was the first episode.
You've probably seen more than you think.
No, and I never will. Until tonight.
You never will.
And I never. Well, let's see what happens tonight. What do we have going on? Let's see what happens. Hold on. Take it from the top. Take it from the top.
What
This looks.
the hell?
Okay, hold on. Right now, this is looking like a music video from the 1980s, but kind of doing the sort of 50s throwback. You know, like it's kind of makes me think of Every Step You Take in a way, but it's also kind of making me think True Blue.
Or maybe like a Chris Isaac, I don't want to fall in love kind of thing. No.
Nah.
Talk about horny. Talk about a horny voice.
That's true. You know what's funny? Chris Isaac, by the way, is a very kind of silly guy, by the way. You know, he had a TV show at one point.
Did he?
A comedy show, you know?
Really?
Yeah, but you know, hey, Laura, ask me a yes or no question that I would say no to.
Do you love Friends?
No.
No.
No, ask me if I've seen more than one episode.
Have you seen more than one episode of Friends?
No, I've never seen more than one episode. Sorry.
No, I've never seen more than one episode.
No, I've never seen more than one episode.
No, ask me if I love every episode of Friends.
Do you love every episode of Friends?
Hell no.
Hell no. Ask me, Mr. Weinbach, can I go to my locker real quick?
Mr. Weinbach, can I go to my locker real quick?
Hell no, hell no.
It's more like hell no, hell no. You got to be like horny and lazy about it at the same time.
Hell no. Ask me something. Ask me something right now.
Are you gonna go to this Trader Joe's?
No.
Ask me something.
Are you gonna go to Trader Joe's and pick out some sweets?
To give you a horny and lazy answer, hell no.
Wait, that's what you would say?
That's what Chris Isaac would say.
To give you a horny and lazy answer? No. Hey, that's what he says to preface it. Just to give you a horny and lazy answer? No.
To provide you with the horniest, laziest answer, my answer is no.
Well, if you want my horniest, laziest opinion, no.
Do I think it's going to rain tomorrow? To give my expert, horniest, laziest opinion? Hell no.
What's the best route to take to get from Santa Monica all the way to Rancho Cucamonga? Probably if I'm using my most...
If I'm being
If I'm being totally horny and totally lazy about it, I would probably have to say, no.
Oh my god.
Let's watch this commercial again. Let's take it from the top. Here we go. Look at wait, what is that? Wait, did he do a kind of a Hey Celeste kind of thing there? He's like, hey, look, hey, look at that. Look what he does. He goes, hey, fuck you.
Oh yeah.
He's like, hey, what? You want a piece of me? He goes, hey, you want a piece of me? Oh, you don't? Okay, I'm gonna go get a burger then. What does he say? Hey, I'm walking here. Hey, I'm walking here, huh?
He's saying no.
Nah.
I don't know.
What is he doing? All right, carry on. He's pissed, actually.
Right, he is a bit pissed, isn't he? But not anymore. Now he's just horny and lazy. I'm just kidding.
Oh, I
wow.
remember this commercial. I totally remember this commercial where that was the only thing that was in color was a cherry 7-Up.
Well, and his shirt. His loud ass shirt.
Well, I think because he's a bit of a cherry.
Color.
Well, I think he's a bit of a cherry himself. Carry on.
Well, it's funny because his shirt is. Oh, I guess it matches her headband, but those colors are not the colors of the cherry 7-Up.
There's certain. Something about this really is reminiscent of the world in which I long for, in a way. I mean, remember the days when you could just go into a joint and just pick up a 6-pack of cherry 7-Up?
You can still do that
in black and white, but you know.
Mm-hmm. Let's keep watching. What's going to happen?
Oh, he was what? He's friends with the guy. Okay, I thought he said.
Wait,
hey, look.
hold up. What's the name of that store? Is it called Fast Fusion?
I think it's just called Fast. Oh, it is. It's called Fast.
Wait, what?
Fast Stop. Fast Stop. You never been to Fast Stop?
Fast Stop. So this is a liquor store. It's like a sort of a 7-Eleven.
I guess it's sort of a 50s version of a 7-Eleven, I think. I think that's what they used to call 7-Eleven in the 50s, I think.
I don't know.
Is that girl? Is that girl?
That girl does
familiar?
not work there. She's
she
not really
famous?
working there.
Is that girl famous?
She
James?
looks familiar.
Uh huh. All right, carry on.
Oh, wait, he bought that for those guys. They're like, can you go in and grab us a 6-pack of 7-Up?
No, this is
they're
what happened.
underage.
They had a blowout just now. They had a
blowout.
They blew. Well, they were fighting earlier. It goes, what the hell? What do you want from me, man? I'm just a guy. I'm just a guy. I'm just a guy. And I'm swimming. He goes like that, and then he gets pissed, and then he says, you know what? Look, no hard feelings. Here's a cherry Coke. Actually, here's the whole pack. I'll just take a couple for me and my new girl.
Mm-hmm. They're like, whatever. We're going down to Mikey's Pizza. We'll catch you later.
All right, man. I'm gonna hang here at the fast stop for a little bit. Why don't you guys head over to Ricky's, and I'll meet you over there later.
They're like, fuck Ricky. I'm going to Mikey's.
Chodes has got a good one here. Hey, we all have boners. Can you go into the store for us? What if they were like, hey, can you go buy us a 6-pack of cherry Coke? We're not old enough to drink.
Well, that's what I was trying to say. I just didn't say
did?
it right.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
No, whatever. Anyways.
All right, let's see what happens here. Oh, wait. Let me see.
What?
Let me see the end of that. Isn't it cool
Isn't
and
it cool
pink?
and pink?
Huh.
It's weird because the 7-Up is a different shade of red.
So
and
I guess
I feel like
pink is a color that comes through. So I guess, LeBlanc is also that his shirt was not white. It's a pink shirt.
Well, I know his shirt was pink, and I know her headband. Wait, you can't tell that's pink?
No. I wasn't. Yeah, I do. I get it. But it just.
No, clearly that was pink. But if you look at the 7-Up cans, they're not pink.
I've got a feeling that I have a feeling this commercial was directed by David
not
Fincher.
Pink. That ain't no pink. There's no pink on that can.
No, that's what you call red.
That's what you call red.
That's what you call red.
That's what you call a muted red.
That's what you call a sort of spotted red.
That's what you call a spotted dick. No, but truth be told, no.
It's what you call. You know what that looks like? It reminds me of when your kind of bare thigh has kind of been on a sort of a chair that's got a spotted dick to it, and it kind of, you know what I mean? You've got that leopard print on your skin, you know what I mean? Afterwards, when you get up, when you're wearing kind of Daisy Dukes, and you sit down on a chair and it's got that spotted dick to it, and then you get up and it's all kind of looking like a leopard, you know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about?
Kinda.
You ever get the imprint of a spotted dick on? You know what I mean? But that spotted look, Like,
I suppose, yeah.
I don't know. It just seems like sort of thigh high kind of thing,
But a spotted dick is an actual thing.
Yeah, I know. I think I might have even eaten it once.
Love a spotted dick.
I think I took it down one shot. I looked at that thing. I said, I don't know what it is. I'll take it down though. Shoot, I suck. Yeah.
Why are they talking about pink when they ain't got no pink on that drink?
I don't know, man. The whole thing is sort of a fantasy world,
Ain't no pink up on that drink.
Look, all I gotta say is Matt LeBlanc. He's kind of a classic, cool kind of guy here, huh? Isn't he?
Is he?
Look at him. He's so lazy and horny.
He is a bit lazy and horny looking, isn't he?
He looks kind of lazy and horny. Actually, it looks like he would almost.
Chris Isaac appeal.
He does have some sort of nah.
He has a bit of a Chris Isaac's little junior brother type of look.
Right. He's sort of Chris Isaac's junior frat.
Chris Isaac Jr.
It's Chris Isaac's Jr.
He's like,
Wow. He kind of walks into the place and he thinks to himself, nah.
No, he walks into that place, he sees the girls and he goes, huh?
Hi.
Hi.
Now, Laura, do you think that he's a good-looking guy?
I mean, he's fine. Yeah.
Okay. Let's move on. What's the next one?
He works for her.
I don't know. That just seems like a class. I love that time in a way. Something about it. It's got that 50s, 80s throwback,
Well, that was the whole thing about the 80s.
It's got that. I remember that commercial. I really do remember it. I remember that. Everything was kind of black and white except what's this next one? We got Courtney's Cox coming up here. Oh, this looks
Courtney's
good.
Socks.
Courtney socks.
Does your life change once a month because of your period?
Pause it.
Still using
Oh
pads?
dear.
Doesn't she look like Jared Leto? Like they could
Yes,
be
she
you know,
does.
she looks like
I
she
think
would be
that's been they've made that
her
comparison. Has been made
twin
before.
sister or something like. They look like twins, but you know.
Well, have you ever seen those things where they do a side by side of certain celebrities?
Yeah.
And everybody like, oh, they look alike. Well, I think they did that with her and Leto.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and it was really.
I bet you they
intense.
are related. Nobody has the name Cox. You know, she obviously chose that name.
No, she knew what she was doing.
She knew what she was doing. I bet her real name is Leto. That's her, or maybe she married Cox. But
All right.
I mean, you know, I'm just saying that goes for Brian Cox also. You know, his name was originally Brian Leto. You know, but anyway, carry on. You know Brian Cox, right?
Yeah. What's he from again?
He's fuck him. You know that guy.
Oh yeah, him. Of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he's great.
All right, take.
But
him
yeah, he knew what he was doing.
he knew what he was doing. Anybody with the name Cox knows what they're doing. Okay,
They like it.
They chose that name. All right, take from the top.
Does your life change once a month because of your period? Still using pads? Let me tell it to you straight. Tampax can change the way you feel about your period. Tampax tampons protect internally, so you feel cleaner.
Why does
No
she have
pad
to
can
be?
do that.
This commercial is just kind of crazy. It's like she's wearing a leotard and she's supposed to be on her period. It's just there's something about that feels a bit,
Also, just check out.
sensational.
Wait, look at what's going on in the background. They're doing some Buto modern dance or something back there. You know.
Oh my god, that is hilarious.
That I think they're with the OC.
They are.
I think
They're
they're with
reaching
the
for stars.
OTC theater in San Francisco or something. Or they're kind of just doing their whole, kind of no dancing. You know,
This is
modern dance.
hilarious. The person on the far right is really reaching for the stars.
I know.
Oh my god. I just feel like they really wanted to play up the kind of, so they were just like, okay, we want to get you in a leotard with a sort of, we want to try to get as much of a possibility of camel toe as we can. here.
Right. Well, I gotta say, these kind of outfits and things, I really liked them at this time. I really, and I guess
But
I can say
the
I
fact
still
that it's
do.
for a Tampax commercial,
Right. It does make it
it's
feels.
a bit,
It feels a bit.
pushing. They're pushing it here.
It feels a bit kind of
Something.
it's stretching.
It's stretching.
It's stretchy.
It's reaching for the stars like that
It's sort
dancer
of
in the
reaching
background.
yeah, it is kind of reaching. All right, wait. Let me see this again. Yeah, I think I remember this commercial, by the way.
Using pads?
I mean,
Let me tell it to you straight. Tampax can change the way you feel about your period.
Wait, pause it.
Tampax-
It's just funny. You still
Whoa.
using pads? Let me tell you to you straight. Wait, I think I see the string there a little bit. You know what I mean?
what?
Well, don't
What
you?
string?
Well, I see
No.
an imprint of the string. Do you?
I don't know, but it's like this whole commercial is just trying to make you look at her crotch, basically. That's what it feels like.
You're right. She's
Because
wearing
it
this
starts
outfit.
they start off being like, do you feel like you have to basically change your life once a month when you get your period? And her whole leg is on the chair, covering up her vaginal area.
Right.
And then she's like, but Tampax can change the way you feel. And then she does the big reveal. And now we're seeing
You're right.
these imprints
can't-
and things.
I can't
It's
help.
like, what is going on?
If you're talking about
This is too
Tampax and
much.
pads and things, you're making me. You're
I know
forcing
you're
me.
making me look at the
You're
vaginal
making me look
area.
at your vaginal area, and I'm sorry.
It's
I don't.
crotchful. It's
I'm
a
not trying to.
crotchful-
I'm not trying to do that. It's a crotchful chap.
It's a crotchful dad. It's a crotchful chap.
She's a bit of a crotchful chap right
It's
now.
a
because of
crotchful dodger.
I don't want to be looking at her crotch, but you
I don't
made me
either.
do it.
They're
You
making
made-
us do it.
You made me do it with this Tampax
it's true.
business. All this Tampax. Where's Tammy when you need her? See, even Cammy looked at her crotch.
We're all looking at.
We're
they're
all
making
looking
us.
at your crotch.
Where else are we supposed to look?
Well, yeah, you're talking about Tampax. You think we're going to look at the
crotch.
product right now?
I know. It's like.
I mean, I guess. Well, I'm looking at her crotch, and I also can't help but look at those dancers.
the dancers are so reachful.
I know it's so.
They're so
funny.
reachful.
I know they're really just stretching. They're stretching their hearts out.
They are so into it. Oh my god, that is hilarious.
Tampons protect internally, so you feel cleaner. And pads
I know there was some moves. Can I see those moves again? Take it back. This is good. Let me see this. Watch this.
Why not?
internally, so you feel cleaner. No pad can do that. Feeling cleaner is more comfortable. Plus,
Wait. The way the person touched their solar plexus
Wait, let me see that.
in the background. Look at the
I know. I'm
hand
looking. I'm
going on the-
looking.
Watch. Just press play.
Feeling cleaner is more comfortable.
That's not so. That's not. Yeah, you're right. That's not solar plexus, by the way. That is like. That's kind of like the. I think
sort
that's
of the core.
I think that's the tiger style from Taoism. I think they touch that sort of. It's almost like a kind of a. It's a lower. It's almost touching the pubic area, almost. You know what I mean?
Well, I feel that that's kind of a solar plexus.
No, solar plexus is in the upper.
Is it
area.
higher up?
It's higher in between the breasts, basically.
Is it, oh,
I mean, for men too. You know. I mean.
it's kind of in the solo flex area.
Wait, it's also funny that
I
the
mean,
other
it's
woman
been a-
seems to be touching her too. You know.
No, she's reaching behind her, but it's
Oh,
just,
okay.
they're both doing different things. It's just
Well, it's also funny because, well, I mean,
It's so
somebody
funny.
wrote a comment. I forgot who it was, but they were said, "Hey, just do some ballet stuff in the background." And they probably don't know
they
ballet.
probably are. No, I think they actually are ballet dancers. They probably went to a ballet school and they're like, we're casting for a Tampax commercial. We need some dancers to be doing some Butoh impressions in the background and sort of some abstract ballet moves.
Right.
And they probably got these people to just. It's so funny that they're using the chairs though. Like, there's just. I mean, I just find this hilarious.
Well, you know what else is funny? I mean, Cammie kind of said she's checking her Tampax. I think it's more like, I think that's almost just about right. Except maybe she's checking that she has a pad. She's going, "Oh, I am wearing a pad. Maybe I should change." Like she's hearing cocks
is
and
the
she's
pad.
thinking, "Oh, I am the pad."
Maybe,
Maybe she's touching herself, thinking, "I am the pad."
perhaps.
Press play.
Plus, more women use Tampax than any other.
Oh my
tampon
gosh,
or
that
pad.
that is
my
so
God.
funny. That is so
I know.
that's squatalicious right there.
The whole squatting thing, that is not a thing, I don't feel. In ballet. Like,
I mean, that is just a
if
bit
they were
much,
ballet,
right?
like, I feel like they would be using a bar, you know what I mean? It would be in a different situation. It's like, who uses chairs?
Well, maybe it's sort of
Unless
a Bob
it's like more
it's
of
it's a Bob Fosse sort of Chicago-esque kind of production. It's an all that jazz kind of. You know what it's like?
yeah,
It's
it's more of an all that jazz kind of.
It's kind of
more
an-
of a
it's a
cabaret type.
I think what it's reminiscent of is Paula Abdul's Cold-Hearted Snake.
Well, maybe. I don't know.
All right, take it back just a little bit here.
Pad can do that. Feeling cleaner is more comfortable. Plus, more women use Tampax than any other tampon or pad. Now that's something. Remember, there's a feeling with Tampax. It can actually change the way you feel about your period.
I like the commercial, to be honest.
She does a good. She's good.
I mean, she's good. She's got a lot of talent, and I think those
Yeah.
dancers in the back have a strong future ahead of them as well.
It's a chair ballet class. It is a chair ballet class.
Well,
But
it's
there's
just,
no-
it's funny that
it's
there's a
so
chair there
funny.
because it is some sort of. It's
It's
totally
like, this
Bob
is
Fosse.
not-
It's a
Yeah.
total Bob Fosse, sort of thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
Hey, did you know Bob Fosse? He was, he was an actor also.
Wait, is he like a choreographer for Paula Abdul?
Well, not exactly. He was the choreographer for Chicago, and he also was a director. And he made that movie All That Jazz, which is is based on himself.
Oh.
And he also but in that movie, there's a sequence where they're showing this routine off, and then Paula Abdul, Cold Hearted Snake, that was directed by David Fincher, that video.
Right.
And
Oh,
I
Cold
think
Hearted Snake,
they were
yeah,
I think they were referencing All That Jazz.
Oh.
It's basically a recreation of that, where it gets all sweaty and sexual and stuff. And
Right.
then
Right.
people
right,
watching
right.
it are kind of getting all kind of sweaty,
Right. It does have a bit of like a sort of, musical theater type scene though. feel.
And then
I mean, it's like got a Broadway production.
well, it's actually, I remember seeing Cold Hearted Snake and thinking, whoa, this is really racy. It was really intense because it gets real sexual at a certain point. When they close the blinds and it just gets really sexual. Whoa.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa on that. It really, I felt like that music video was really Paula Abdul kind of trying to get
On the edge.
kind of trying to
Up her ante.
compete with Madonna. I feel like, you know what I mean? It was kind of
Maybe.
like, all right, yeah, I know you think I'm just sort of some sort of MC Scat Cat kind of forever your girl type of thing with kids in it and
MC
stuff,
Scat
but
Cat.
I can be a bad girl too. Check me out in Cold Hearted Snake, and then they kind of just go for it like that,
Could be. Could be.
Could be.
Hmm.
Maybe the commercial was a Suspiria reference.
Nah. No.
You know that Bob
Yeah,
Fosse
it
was
was
in. You know that there was a Dobie Gillis movie, I think, or something. Anyway, and he was in it, I think. Anyway, carry on. Oh, or not. Let's just do one more. Let's just do one more friend.
Oh wow.
Here's a swimmer.
AT&T, this is Carla.
Carla, this calling circle thing is too much for me. The TV ads, they're calling me at home. My terrier is less tenacious.
Is that
You
Cox?
want AT&T True?
We got Cox and Schwinn.
He's kind of got this accent a little bit. He's
I know. He's like, they're calling me. It's too much for me.
hey, they're
Okay.
calling me. Hey, what am I supposed to do, honey? I mean,
This has a real 3 Men and a Baby type feel over here. His whole little pad that he's got. Double.
he's definitely
got
look.
a loft pad.
I'm here. I'm here in my bachelor pad. I mean, I
He's
can't.
got a
give
total bachelor's pad.
I'm on my cordless telephone. Yeah, it is
I
Seinfeld.
feel
That's
like
what it is.
he's got a total penthouse suite up in here.
It is kind of like
It's a
Seinfeld.
New
a
York
little bit.
penthouse suite.
No, this guy's some sort of working artist or something.
He's a working artist. He does murals. He has the baby on the side with a woman.
You should
that
see him
does
at
the
work. He's got a shirt off and paint on his nipples and all that.
He's definitely. He may as well have been in 3 Men and a Baby. In this
He kind of reminds me of Billy Baldwin's character in Sliver.
Sliver.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
you watched that movie?
Yeah.
Brian De Palma. Why? Yeah.
What do you mean? Who?
Wait, didn't Brian De Palma direct that?
I don't think so.
I think he did.
Brian De Palma did Sliver?
Pretty sure.
That doesn't sound right.
I'm pretty sure.
Why would you think Brian De Palma would do such a
Or
thing?
was it Philip Noyce? What?
Oh, I don't know. Sharon Stone's in it,
No, I know.
Wait, you've seen Sliver?
I remember it being a thing, but I don't think I watched it because why would I?
Well, because everybody was sort of thinking, oh, wow, Sharon Stone is hot stuff now. And
Dude, do you know that I played at Sharon Stone's mansion? She doesn't live there anymore.
wait, you mean she
A couple
played it?
weeks ago.
Oh, really?
It's Sharon Stone's old mansion in San Francisco.
Oh, really?
It's kind of crazy. Kinda.
Oh, wow. That is cool. I mean,
Kinda cool.
in a weird way.
Well, they did it up and stuff, It's got a whole dungeon in the bottom of it and everything.
Oh, really?
Kinda.
Is there a kind of like a spread your legs
Not
room?
a dungeon, but
Is there a spread your legs interrogation room there?
well, kind of.
So, wasn't Basic Instinct by...
No, wait, but I think
Wa-
Brian De
wasn't it-
Palma did direct Shiver. Let's see. Who directed Sliver? Pizza.
Ask Chicken Jessica knows, probably.
Why would Chicken Jessica necessarily know?
Chicken Jessica knows a
Oh,
lot
yeah.
of movies.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't know this
I'm
one.
telling you, it's De Palma. Philip Noyce. Okay, I
Oh,
said.
wow, Laura, that's crazy that you got that.
No, the reason I know.
I think you
he's
know that.
saying-
Don't even go there. I think I know where you get it. But Paul Verhoeven, I think, did Basic Instinct.
Wait, why shouldn't I go there?
Well, because you went to her house. And.
Who's her? You mean his? Wait,
Yeah.
what?
Oh, you did?
Wait, Philip Noyce's house. I've
You
been
went to
there.
Philip Noyce's house?
I have.
Huh. Wow.
Because they used to live next door to my, some friends.
Oh, okay.
No, and his daughter was like best friends with,
Oh, okay. Interesting.
the neighbors.
Interesting.
No, that's why I knew that. I was like, oh, it's either that or that.
Paul Hogan. What if Paul Hogan directed Basic Instinct? It's all kind of comedic and Australian and stuff.
Huh.
All right, let's see this commercial. Actually, what happened here? He's got the Seinfeld voice here.
You did not think it was Philip Noyce, by the way. You were like, no, it wasn't.
I did not think that. I thought it could have been Philip Noyce, actually.
When I first said it, you're like, no.
No, I absolutely didn't think it was De Palma.
Right, but may as well have been. Anyway, we got Cox, we got Schwinn. Who else we got?
AT&T, this is Carla.
Carla, this calling circle thing is too much for me. The TV ads, they're calling me at home. My terrier is less tenacious.
You want AT&T True
Wait,
Savings? It's the
Terry
best
is
way to
less
save.
today. Hold on. He
Wait.
said, like terriers, less tenacious.
Wait, it's crazy to me
Less
that he sounds so much like Jerry Seinfeld here.
Oh,
you know?
yeah. Why is he saying terriers less tenacious?
Bryce Shell's got it. You call that a vagina? That's no vagina. Hey, this is a vagina. And Paul Hogan spreads his legs. All right, sorry, go ahead.
You want AT&T True Savings?
What?
It's the
Wait, what is he saying?
They're
Why is
calling
he
me at
saying? He's saying they're calling me at home like terriers, less tenacious. What is
Much
that?
for me, the TV ads, they're calling me at home like terriers less tenacious.
You want AT&T
Wait.
True Savings?
Yeah.
It's the best.
That's a weird thing to say, don't you think? It's such a weird thing to say. They're calling me like terriers, less tenacious.
I mean, it's weird to say the word tenacious, actually. You know
I mean,
what I mean?
what, like
Well-
terriers less tenacious?
Well, right.
Well, I should hope so.
It's actually, in
I
a way,
would
kind of,
think that would be the thing.
it's kind of poetic in a way. You know what I
I
mean?
know, like terriers less tenacious.
It's like,
It's almost like what's that phrase that we were trying to remember? Remember
the trip the light
Yes,
fantastic.
thank you. It's like trip the light fantastic.
Right, I
Terriers
know.
less tenacious.
It's yeah.
Tripping the light fantastic.
Tweedledee, twiddledum, my terrier's less tenacious. You know, something like that. You know what I mean? Twiddle me this,
Exact-
twiddle me that, my terrier's less tenacious.
Exactly.
One day I step 2, 4, and 6, trip the light fantastic.
I found myself on mission in 6. Terriers less tenacious. I don't know, something. It's such a weird thing to say.
It's like, I didn't, you know, my lady has a white hand and my terrier's less tenacious. It's like Shakespeare in a way, you know?
They're calling me like terriers.
That
less
was calling me Owleth's time. My terrier's less tenacious.
It does have a
Please.
sort of limerick, sort of. It has a kind of like, yeah.
It's kind of
sort
got that iambic
I
pentameter.
got a bit of an iambic pentameter.
It's got an
feel.
iambic kind of feeling
Yeah.
to it, you know.
It has some kind of a sonnet-like feel to it. It should be part of a song.
Tweedledee, twiddledum, my terrier's less tenacious.
Totally.
I count to 3 and then up my thumb.
My
I count to, no,
terriers
it's like this.
less than-
It's like, I got it. Twiddledee, twiddledum, my terrier is less tenacious. I count to 3 and then to 1, my terrier is less tenacious.
Not it. I think my terrier is less tenacious. Take out the it.
Right, yeah.
You know what I mean? I count to 3 and stick my thumb. My terrier is less tenacious. Up my bum. It's like the rhyme comes after.
Okay, I got it. It's like, I got it.
It's such a weird thing to
Here, I
say.
got it. I got this. Twiddle me dee, twiddle me dum. My terrier's less tenacious. I count to 3 and then up my thumb.
And then up my bum.
I shall now perform fallacious.
That was. I
I
can't
now
top that.
I now perform
I ain't
fallacious.
gonna top that today. That was very good.
real good.
Oh shit.
Wait,
There is
count
no
to
better
3
rhyme for
and
tenacious
and
than
up my thumb. I now perform fallacious. I've now performed. That's what it is. I've now performed. That's what it is. Okay. This is final version. Okay.
Oh
Twiddle
my
me
God.
dee, twiddle me dee, twiddle me dum. My terrier's less tenacious. I count to 3 and up my thumb.
Up my
I've
bum.
now performed fallacious.
I count to 3 and up my bum. My bum performed fallacious.
Or how about and up my thumb? My bum's performed fallacious. Oh, maybe that's what it is. Yeah.
Oh, like the bum performed fallacious on the thumb.
On the thumb. So, all right, hold on a
Oh
second.
shit.
It's like this. Okay, it's like this. I count to 3 and up my thumb. My bums perform fallacious. That's really quite clever.
It's quite poetic.
It's quite clever. That's actually really quite droll.
It's quite droll. Very good.
Okay, so twiddle me dee, twiddle me dumb. My terrier's less tenacious. My terrier's okay. Twiddle me dee, twiddle me dumb. My terrier's less tenacious. I counted 3 and up my thumb. My bums performed fallacious.
It could be anything, actually.
And then scene.
And scene.
That's pretty good, man. Wow.
I mean, write it down, grandmother.
Honestly, grandmother, write that down. I mean, that's pretty good. I mean, I gotta say, I mean,
quite good.
You know, we haven't even gone to the after show yet, and people already got their money's worth with that one. I mean, that
was worth some money.
That's worth money, guys. Come on now.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, my bum, the bum has performed fellatio on the thumb.
Not fellatio, fallacious.
Fallacious.
It's a new kind of fellatio. Fallacious. It's like new and improved.
I know it's the next one.
It's sort of like a modernized fellatio.
It's kind of like the cherry. It's like the cherry Coke of fellatio.
Cherry
you know?
7-Up.
Fallacious. It's that's what I meant. The cherry 7-Up. Yeah.
Twiddle me dee, twiddle me dumb. My terrier
is less fallacious.
My terrier less fallacious. I mean, my terrier less fallacious. Ah, shoot, I can't remember what I was gonna say. It's like I stick my thumb.
No, I count to 3 and up my thumb. My bum.
My bum performed fallacious. And I must say it was most bodacious. I don't know, it's stupid.
And I must say it was most bodacious. Party on Bill, party on Ted. What?
And the Marmadukes say, most bodacious.
And as the Marmadukes say, and as the Jabberwocky said.
And as the Jabberwocks say.
All right, let's finish this commercial.
Bodacious. I don't know.
Let's finish this commercial.
It's too much for me. The TV ads, they're calling me at home. My terrier's less tenacious.
You want AT&T True Savings.
Yeah?
It's the best way
Oh, okay. I think he's saying my terrier is less tenacious.
Yeah, I knew that.
I thought he was saying my terrier less tenacious. I didn't hear the S in there.
Oh, no. He's saying, no, but I guess I still think it's a weird thing to say.
It is.
I mean,
it's not that weird. No, he's saying my terrier's less tenacious than these guys.
Yeah, I know, but I still think it's a weird thing to say. I still think it's weird, by the way, because would you ever say that?
I only heard it in the limerick.
My terrier, they're calling me all the time. My terrier's less tenacious. I mean, tenacious is a weird word to say. It's weird because there's alliteration going on. And also, right. I mean, I don't know, the way he's talking to a random person on the phone, he's not going to use the word tenacious like that. And it just seems weird, you know?
It's something, yeah.
All right, try it again.
Calling me at home, my terrier's less tenacious.
You want AT&T True Savings.
Yeah?
It's the best way to save without circles.
Good, because I want simple.
Sign up, make $10 in calls a month, and we'll subtract 25% off your AT&T bill.
25% off to who?
To anybody.
Anybody?
Anybody in the U.S.
Hooray, you signed me up, because, you know, are you married?
AT&T True Savings. Save 20.
Whoa.
He suddenly was like, are you married?
Oh.
Are you Bill married? Wait, are you serious? Are you married?
Wait, hold on a second. Go back. I thought he was complaining it stole Terry's mojo. Right. Wait, that's actually kind of really funny that they made this kind of romantic at the end. I guess he went kind of lazy and horny at the end, I guess.
He went like nervously, I don't know, something.
What's weird is he really looked like Jake Gyllenhaal for a second there. Watch. Once he says married, watch.
Simple.
Sign up, make $10 in calls a month, and we'll subtract 25% off your AT&T bill.
25% off to who?
To anybody.
Anybody?
Anybody in the U.S.
Hooray, you signed me up, because, you know, are you married?
Wait.
He seems like he's about to, like, I don't know, have a boner or something. He's like, are you married?
Are you married? Are you married?
Yeah.
Man, what does this guy do? This guy's got an apartment up the yin yang here.
He's got an apartment up the yin yang.
I mean, this is one of these penthouse suites.
This is what you call a penthouse suite.
This is a bachelor pussy pad, you know?
It is. It's a horny pad.
It's a horny pad. Wait, carry on. There's a shot of him that looked like Jake Gyllenhaal so hard. Watch.
Well,
Oh, there it is. That one right there. Look.
where?
Look, that's
Oh.
Jake Gyllenhaal right there.
Yeah, kind of.
Murray.
I see the schwim.
True savings. Save 25% to anybody, anytime, anywhere.
She's on the
She's
phone
like,
thinking,
she's delighted by the
right,
compliment.
she's like, oh my God, this guy's cute.
She is like
This
that.
guy sounds cute.
Like, the guy in the back is like, fuck that guy. She's mine.
Yeah, right. He's like, you haven't been putting in the hours that I have been putting in.
He's like, I'm
Wow.
taking her to Sizzler tonight. Back off, buddy.
Look at how well dressed that guy in the back is to do this job. You know,
Well,
like,
yeah.
yeah.
No, he has to.
Yeah.
She's well dressed too.
Look
It's
at
like
Cosmic Maid.
it's as if the people on the other end on the other line can see them.
Right. I wish, yeah. That'd be kind of cool if you could see all the operators that call you and stuff, or all the people that call you randomly and stuff.
That would be crazy.
Are you married? Are you married?
Are you married?
Are you married?
Are you married?
I just. Are you
Are
married?
you, are you married?
It's funny because he
gets
sounds
so
like
scared. All
he
of a
sounds like
sudden.
Seinfeld the whole time through, except at the very end, he
That's
just
what- and
becomes
he's like suddenly scared.
yeah. Oh, are you married?
I just. Are you married?
That was such a weird.
He's
take.
actually he seems so tremolo at the end, you know?
so tremolo.
Yeah, he's kind of
Yeah, I
tremolo.
know he's tremolo.
Are you married?
He's got
Are you
tremolo.
married? Are you married?
All right. Well,
All right, is that it? Let's see. Finish it out again.
AT&T True Savings. Save 25% to anybody,
Wait.
anytime, anywhere.
She doesn't want to answer. Oh, wow, we got a jingle here too. Hold on a second. Did you notice that she's speechless when he says, "Are you married?" She doesn't know how to react to that. She's kind
because she's like, this is not serious, is it? Maybe.
of right. Well, no, she's kind of thinking, "Wait, is he really asking me out? Because I'm kind of interested."
She's like, I'm seriously considering marrying this
She
guy.
goes, "Are you joking right now? Because I'm really serious. I'm just kind of. I mean, I'm
Serious?
interested. I'll get married if you're."
She's like, wait, is he joking? Because I'm seriously considering getting married tonight.
Because I'm seriously
To
thinking
him.
about my bum is really seriously thinking about performing fellation on my thumb right now.
Fallacious.
Fallacious, yeah.
Fallacious.
Fallacious.
Yeah, because I just. Are you married?
AT&T
Carry on.
25% to anybody, anytime, anywhere.
Your true voice. Your true voice. Fallacious.
Your true fellation.
Your true boys. Are you
Wait,
married?
that is. Oh, by the way, that is Fraser's dog.
Oh, okay.
All right.
All AT&T customers are invited to join in the wedding. In the wedding.
Right. No, and all AT&T customers are invited to the wedding, to join in the wedding. Press play.
Anytime, anywhere.
Your true voice.
Who is that? Whitney Houston?
Mm-hmm.
It is?
She's married. No, it is. They got Whitney Houston to be on this commercial.
Your true.
Your true voice.
Your true voice.
Your true voice.
Your true voice. What if he went like this? No.
Your true voice. I
Yeah.
don't want to fall in love.
Hey, we're gonna wrap it up, guys. But we're gonna look at this is what's gonna happen. We're gonna go to the after show debrief. Do you guys know what that is? After show debrief is where we keep going, and you guys are gonna have some fun with us, right? You have to become a member to do it, though. Okay, and the way to become a member is there's a join button on the bottom of the screen, and it sounds like Whitney Houston. That's why I think it's her, by the way. But there's a join button, and if you join, you become a member. And then you get access to all the previous after show debriefs, and you can find all of them on the playlist that says the Chicken Coop on this channel. Okay, the Chicken Coop, just look for that, and it's got all the stuff on there, including the behind the scenes stuff, and also, yeah, if you become a member, you get this bonus stuff, or whatever. It's pretty cool. People like it. They have fun with it. A link to the after show debrief is in the description of this video. I want to thank Chicken Jessica for your help behind the scenes. And I want to thank Weird Artifacts, who's known as Jason Odd. Okay, Jason Odd does the highlight clips for us, and the highlight clips you can see. And by the way, Weird Artifacts is his band if you want to check out his music. But the clips are on the Instagram account Chicken Coop Show, and they're also on this separate YouTube channel called Chicken Coop Show. Okay, you can find the clips there. And thank you to Gemma and Cami for their help maintaining those accounts. And yeah, anyway, if you don't join us, that's all right. But you can see us next week at Monday at 6 p.m. Pacific time, right here on this channel. We do it every week. And yeah, let me see what this said. Since Laura and Brent are brother and sister, they can't go on Zip, so they do something else. Yeah, that's right. And so that's it. Is that it? All right. So yeah. Hey, we'll see you over the debrief, or we'll see you over at the next week. All right. My name is Brent Weinbach.
I'm Laura Weinbach.
Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.